And yahoo! It's Toki time. How's it going, everybody? It's time for more. Oh, I have to click back on the screen. Oh. Ace Attorney Investigations. Oh my God, we're on case 4. Okay, so what was it? First of all, sorry. I had like a 2 or 3 minute delay because I opened up a bag of chips. Like as soon as I hit start, I had a bag of chips open and I was like, oh wait. If I don't finish this before I start stream, then I'm just gonna be loudly crunchy on some chips. So I had to finish that, that's why it was delayed like 2 or 3 minutes. And now I just have chip residue in my mouth. Which is like the worst feeling. Because it's like a little bit solid, it's just annoying. Anyway, okay, Ace Attorney Investigations, case 4. So first of all, I realized I forgot to post this onto YouTube, like the, what is it? The YouTube community post tab. But on last stream, at the end of the Zelda stream, I realized there's probably a little bit too much of the game left for me to be able to finish it by today. If I streamed that today. So I just ended up swapping it. I ended up swapping Zelda and Ace Attorney. So we're doing Ace Attorney today and then Zelda on Saturday. Because I think that gives me a lot more time to be able to finish the last. I'm still assuming there are like 2 dungeons left. I'm assuming there's a penultimate dungeon and then there's the final dungeon as per usual. So we probably have like 2 dungeons left and a bunch of side quests. So I wanted to give myself a little bit extra time. Because I can't imagine I finish all of the rest of the game in 2 hours. Maybe like 4 hours. So that's why I switched these two. We're doing this today just because it's an easy one to move. I didn't want to move Undertale because I think Undertale Yellow is probably going to take like 3+ hours. So I needed the extra time on Friday for that. But anyway, oh God, I still have chip residue in my teeth. Worst feeling. Anyway, guess who it is? Oh shoot, wait. I have to click on the screen. Oh, there he is! Oh my God! So last time, what ended up happening was we finally got what's-his-face. I like already forgot all the character names from the last case. We finally caught the murderer, who was that dumb white boy rich kid who framed his own kidnapping and then murdered a guy. We finally got that guy, and then we started like the very, very beginning of this case. Just because I wanted to see what the opening cutscene was. So, what do we know? Oh my God, we don't know anything. So this is a flashback case, amazingly, to like 7 years ago. I don't know, people speedrun this game. How do you speedrun a visual novel? Do they literally just skip all the text and then pick the right options? That's insane. People speedrun visual novels? But, well, I guess this one's a little bit more point and click adventure-y because you get to, there are a lot of walking around sections. Because usually in Ace Attorney, it's just like you look at the screen and then you click an area to inspect. But in this one, you actually have to walk around and stuff. So this is a case from 7 years ago. In the opening court, is it not possible for me to, here's what I want to do. This, Turnabout Reminiscence opening. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna play the opening again. Let me play the opening again. So this one takes place in a courtroom, which is crazy. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. This is present day Edgeworth. The piece of cloth that she conjured. Oh yeah, at the very end of the case, we found out that Kay Faraday had met Edgeworth before, and now we're flashing back. 7 years ago. Oh hey, it's me. I haven't appeared in this case yet. So we have this guy who's like, yeah, that's right, I did it! I killed the guy! Here's our defendant. Nondescript defendant. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu! Objection! I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say?
Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the Adigarasu.
Oh, guy.
The Adigarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench.
Are you saying that I'm the Adigarasu?
Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy.
Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday's the Adigarasu?
That's exactly what.
Objection! Mr. Rel, I think we've heard just enough out of you.
Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
So here we have, it's actually really interesting. So we have,
in accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready.
So here's the case we have so far. We have some nondescript defendant with a generic looking name. We have the prosecutor who's being accused. This is, I guess, who we're going to defend, who's Mr. Faraday, which is Kay's dad, and presumably he's like the previous Adigarasu who passed his title down to her. So that's going to be interesting. He's like, it seems like they're setting him up to be maybe the good guy, like the guy being framed. Because that, you know, it's an Ace Attorney game. The defendant or whoever is being accused of murder is like 99% of the time not the murderer. So he's probably the good guy. It's you know what I like about this game? I like the fact that we're getting to see more defense attorneys and prosecutors. And also we have a new prosecutor or a new defense attorney. So that's going to be fun. I assume she's going to be like the bad guy, right? Like if we're playing as the new prosecutor for this case, probably trying to defend the prosecutor. That's what I think is gonna happen. Like I think we're supposed to prosecute him, right? But then what's gonna happen is halfway through the case, we're gonna realize he didn't actually do it, and we're gonna have to like defend him, and then it's gonna turn out the defense attorney's evil. That's how Ace Attorney usually goes, right? And now we get to play as, oh my god, it's little baby Miles Edgeworth. He's like 17 or 18. I think he's like, okay, wait, how many years ago is this? So this is like 7 years ago. He should be like 19 now, I think. I think he debuted as a prosecutor at like 18 or 19 or something. So he should be like 19 or 20. Because I think he's like 27-ish. Ish in the modern day. So we get baby Edgeworth. Here's when he was a huge, pompous D-bag. But now, in present day, he's a huge, pompous D-bag with a heart of gold. And also his mentor, Manfred von Karma, who's here. We have the mentor, Manfred von Karma. He's the father of Franziska von Karma. He's from Germany. He's the world's greatest prosecutor, except for the fact that in the first Ace Attorney game, he's the big bad guy who murdered Edgeworth's dad. But he doesn't know that yet. He doesn't know that until we get like 5 years in the future. Anyway, I forgot. I have to do like a slightly higher voice for baby Edgeworth. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. I forgot. This is Von Karma is so funny because his objection voice line in the original Ace Attorney games is so deep. Like, it's monstrous. It's insane. So I have to like try to figure out a voice for him. I think last time I ended up settling on giving him kind of a German accent because I also gave Franziska an accent. So no, I have to follow through with that.
Objection. Edgeworth.
Sir. I'm bowing to you because that's what we do in the United States of America.
Have you read all over the doc?
I have to like get back into my voice for him. I forgot I gave him like a funny voice.
Have you read all over the documents regarding this trial?
Yes, sir. I memorized everything there is to know.
Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection.
I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage of my career. Also, I love that his baby prosecutor jacket is like similar to Von Karma's prosecutor jacket. Because before, at this time, he was like styling his entire life after Von Karma. And then in the future, way in the future, this is kind of a spoiler technically. Like way in the future, he gets glasses and he looks a lot more like his dad, which I imagine we're gonna see in one of these games. I am honored and proud.
As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion!
Yes, sir. I don't know why you said it like an evil bad guy, but okay. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. And that's where we left off. I did the opening cutscene and then that was it. Let me look at Edgeworth's badge. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers! I am too intelligent for numbers. I have not learned any numbers past 2. I think I made that joke last time. Because, like, he discovered 3. I don't know what the number 3 is yet, because I am not a grown adult. This should lead to the defendant lobbies.
Edgeworth, where is your composure? If you wish to take a look at your enemy, do so in the courtroom as you crush him.
Indeed, thank you. You are a man of wisdom and experience, sir. I will murder the first defense attorney I see. A bulletin board. There are trial schedules posted on it. Trial scheduled for this week. There's only today's trial listed. This must be a mistake, or this country's judicial system is not working as it should. Me, when I'm in Japanifornia, I discover that the judicial system isn't working. Dark age of the law. A bookshelf, huh? Compendium of laws or something. I skipped a line. I don't have time to read this and second guess myself now. I'm too smart to read books. That's why I only learned the first half of the alphabet. The trial will resume shortly. Please wait a moment. I was already well aware of that. Tisku, tisku, tisku. You didn't have to tell me. Shortly or in a moment. Which one is it? Be specific. Too smart to handle, you people. Shortly or in a moment. I like how it's 2 different people. Oh wait, is this like 3 different things? Normally, okay, so normally when you repeat lines, you get to skip the dialogue like this. But it looks like they reuse the same dialogue for 3 different things. This guy, this door, and probably this guy too. Oh no, this guy has new dialogue. Egad, what a cold stare he's giving me. However, as a disciple of Von Karma, there is no option but to win. He's good. The power of his cold stare rivals my own. He's sleeping while standing up. But yeah, I tried to look at the door and then I couldn't skip the dialogue. So that's kind of funny. Luxurious and beautiful leather sofa. I must say, every part of this courthouse is meticulously well kept. Although, the positioning of the sofa puts one under the direct gaze of the judges. Every judge in this courthouse's history has had quite the beard. As we all know, all judges are exactly the same, except for this guy. What are these, like, creatures? Like, these 2 round judges just look like weird gremlin creatures. It has gallantly parted with their beloved head of hair, I see. Being a judge must be a very stressful career. I think it's just because the judges have 0 brain cells, so they don't have anything to grow their hair. Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these. Awesome, but didn't you get fired right after you made them? Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. And my boss wasn't very happy with me. Hey, Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism? What? I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired. Could be trouble. However, I don't care, so I won't talk about it. Is that gonna be relevant? There's no way. Model of the courthouse. It's pretty well constructed. Hands? And a face? Don't tell me this thing transforms! Okay, it's just a bit. Yet I wonder for what other purpose could they have been made? He actually just built a death machine inside this. Like, it's not just a toy transformer. It transforms into a robot that'll destroy the courthouse. Sir? This is so good, Gulp Gulp. I could drink a whole gallon. I've never heard of water that tastes that good. I don't have taste buds, so I wouldn't know. Oh, Jesus. Speaking of water, time to hydrate. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry? Chai. Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter? I just thought someone would have brought horse divorce by now. But this is a courthouse, and it's pronounced hors d'oeuvres. No, I'm pretty sure it's horse divorce. That's why there's an S in there. Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here. What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? Sir? Mr. Prosecutor! You've got a good eye if you can tell that I'm a prosecutor with just one glance. You must have at least 3 brain cells. That's much more than me. As there are always only prosecutors and defense attorneys in this lobby, I usually hit the mark if I guess one or the other. You were only guessing? Ugh, I would never guess. That's why I retain my entire health bar throughout a case. Hello, sir.
Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute.
Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct?
Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he had only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claims that the case prosecutor, Ian Faraday, gave the order. Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey.
Wait, can I see his face? I don't like his face. Ugh. Look at this guy. I hate that smile. That smarmy smile. Ugh, disgusting. Look at this freak. 40-year-old prosecutor in embassy staff killing case accused by Rel. I wonder what the pun there is. Oh yeah, I couldn't figure out like what the pun was for Bjorn Faraday. Bjorn Faraday. Bernie Faraday? Is it burn because it sounds like bird and the Yadagarasu is a bird? Bjorn Fjern. My name is Bjorn Fjern. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Burnfern?
He is a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense.
Nonsense?
He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court.
Those who cannot be brought to court? Are you telling me that there are people that don't get arrested? Impossible.
Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. Prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters.
Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see.
Thus, disgracing yourself as a Faraday has will not be forgiven.
Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused, Prosecutor Bjorn Fjern, I will prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. I secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma!
Okay, thank you, sir. Today's trial.
So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case?
Yes, sir. I've memorized everything that is written down in the case files.
Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about.
Understood. Oh! There's another fictional country in this series? Also, it's at like the beginning of the school year. Codopian? Codopian? I don't know, is there a pun? So how many fictional countries do we have? We have like, I mean, technically this takes place in quote unquote America. And then like Japan and France also exist in this universe. Germany also exists in this universe. What do we have? What do we have for fictional countries? We have Borginia, which was introduced in Apollo Justice and also reappeared in this game. We have Zhengfa. Also, I found out. Actually, I want to fact check this. I heard that Zhengfa was actually should actually be pronounced closer to like Zhengfa, if we're trying to be accurate to like Chinese. How to pronounce Zhang. Zhengfa. We have Zhengfa. And now we have Codopia. We have like a third fictional country. And also in the Ace Attorney 6, we also have another fictional country. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Codopian Embassy. The Codopian Embassy. The victim, oh my god, it's everybody's favorite character, Day the Man. Hello, my name is Day the Man. It's the single highest effort pun name in the entire franchise. Everybody give it up for Day the Man. The victim, Mr. Day the Man, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant, Mr. Mackerel. God damn it. Why is he a fish? Did they just randomly pick a name out of the hat? The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed sus. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagara Su had successfully infiltrated the Codopian Embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagara Su, but that he did not kill Day the Man. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie.
It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth.
Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. Bang! Oh my god, look! There he is! He killed him. He killed the Day the Man. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer.
The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery.
Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to. That's what he sounds like. By the real Yatagarasu, Bjorn Fearn.
That sounds about right, except for the way you said a couple of those names. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Codopian Embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
There are two KG-8 incidents? KG-8 incident was like, we found that out, right? At the end of one of the cases. And now there are two of them? The second KG-8 incident? I'm sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough.
Well, even among us, the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to.
Could you please enlighten me then, sir? Hold up, actually, before we do that. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir.
It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It's too bad your defense attorney father was murdered. It is a strange path you have traveled.
It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney. But now, I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor.
I see. Then as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge, it is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge.
I understand. I will keep that in mind.
Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It is simply preposterous.
Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep this in mind as well.
I'm constantly having to remind the others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep a prosecutor's badge in your pocket!
In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor. I understand, sir. Awesome. I love presenting my badge! Me when I'm an Ace Attorney badge. When I'm an Ace Attorney fan and it's time to present my badge. Sir, what do you mean by the second KG8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these! Take a look at these documents!
Why did you say it like that?
Don't worry about it, it was a reference.
It's a 3-year-old case.
You have heard of the
Amano group! Oh, it's all connected.
group scandal before, correct? Hello, it's me. I bet you didn't expect to see me back again.
Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested. Under sus of smuggling.
Correct.
CCU? Is that like a pun? Like the letters CCU? Is that a pun for something? Is that a reference? This doesn't tell me anything. I googled it and it's like Coastal Community Credit Union, Christian Credit Union, California Credit Union. It's just a bunch of things. CCU is a cardiac care unit. I don't know. I just assumed it was intended to be like a pun on like letters or something. I don't know what it means.
And the sole witness to the smuggling operation, it was she who brought the crime to light. However, Missy was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Kodopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Oh my god, look at all this text. Kodopian embassy staff member Manny Cochin. Manny Cochin? There's so many names where it's like, it feels like there's a pun there, but I don't know what it is. Shadow over the Amano group. What's his relation to the smuggling ring? The victim, Miss CCU. Cochin. Manny Cochin. Many? He has a many coach. Anyway.
A Kodopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence?
Ha! If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt.
To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG8 incident as well?
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization.
And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. That's interesting. Because, so what we know about the Yatagarasu is that his thing is supposed to be that he like sneaks into evil organizations and then steals evidence to prove that they're evil or whatever. They're like Robin Hood, but with but with like criminal evidence instead of money, which is weird. So I feel like it wouldn't make sense for the Yatagarasu to want to kill someone that exists to testify against the evil organization. So I feel like that's already sus. Even if just assuming Bjorn Faraday is the Yatagarasu, because I feel like that's where it's going. Assuming that is true and he is the thief, I feel like where they're going with this is that regardless of whether or not he's the thief, he would not be the person that actually ordered this murder. That's what I think is up. I think this is some. It might be like about the smuggling organization trying to silence this person, and then they're blaming it on the Yatagarasu.
The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that's why it is being called the second KG-8 incident.
Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into uproar. The great thief, Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu? I'd better find out more. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, what could he or she have been after? I'm very inclusive, you know.
Yet you refuse to use they. How dare you? No doubt to steal any sus accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely, to steal secrets from the Kodopian embassy itself. Since the items that the Yatagarasu stole from there were sent to the police.
What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen items to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu.
This guy's voice. This guy's voice is ruining my throat. I need to like change it.
Had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed.
I need to like use a different part of my throat.
Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well.
He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident and the Yatagarasu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. Oh my god! Oh my god, who's this dumb baby? Who's this 4-year-old little kid? She's so tiny. Oh my god. Look at this dumb idiot baby. You're scary, mister. Ugh. Did you need something? I want to trade coins with you. Look at all those coins. Oh my god, these are United States of America coins. Isn't that crazy? They must have like completely changed this image because it would have been Japanese yen or something. Because this takes place in Japan in the Japanese version. Fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want? A United States dollar bill? Uh-huh. Thanks, that's exactly what I needed. Oh my god, she looks so... Why do you have like that belt? Wait, does she wear that belt? In her adult sprite, Or her 17, 18-year-old sprite. We'll just call it an adult sprite. Does she wear that belt? I just want to see. Oh my god, she does. Ah, that's so cute. Yeah, it's like under her shirt. You can just barely see it peeking out under her shirt in her adult sprite, but she does wear that belt. Ah, that's so cute. Also, her hair is so short. Her hair's like really long. In order to have one of those big ponytails, it has to be really long. She has so, oh my god. I never really noticed, but she has so much going on with her hair. That's so cute. Ah! Bum, ba-dum, bum. Ding. Will that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse! Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
Oh! I thought that was like a gunshot in the background.
The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete.
Why, you? Do you even know how much time there is left before the trial is resumes?
I'm so sorry.
I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant.
Gulp.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me, because I am too smart.
A proud one, you.
Oh, God. I hate I hate the way these two look doing their mirror image sprites. God, I hate these guys.
You'd better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It is time for your VTuber debut, Edgeworth.
Okay. I feel like, oh, we're in the courtroom. I feel like the thing with Kay Faraday is gonna become is gonna come back. It's gonna be relevant. Like, she did that for a reason. She needed to like pawn off those coins for some reason. She just wanted to get the money. She like wanted to plant evidence or steal evidence or like give us the coins. It's gonna be relevant. Oh my god, a new rendition of court music?
Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either?
Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? Ooh, this is good. This is like, so this is music that we usually hear when we go to court. Also, are we really doing a court section in this game for the first time? Like, that's the whole thing with this game. Ooh. That's the whole thing with this game, is it never goes to court, but we're finally doing a court section now. Yeah. We normally hear, this is like a new remix of the old court music.
I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh my god, it's Judge! Oh wait, that that gown doesn't go all the way down.
Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. It's me. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn I heard a popper going on.
Oh my god, that is relevant. That sound I heard that I thought was a gunshot is definitely gonna be a gunshot. He thought he heard a popper going off? You know what it's gonna be? Somebody murdered Macrel because he's like the most generically designed character ever. And also he's like the one instigating this whole case. Somebody murdered Macrel and they're going to blame it on Björn Fjarendern. And we're gonna have to like try to figure out the truth, and we're gonna find out it was maybe the defense attorney. That's like literally the only additional character. Because we know it's not the judge. This is like the same judge as in every game, so it's never the judge. And we know it's not Von Karma because he doesn't get caught for murder until later. Until the first game in the series. And it's probably not Bjorn Faraday. I like highly doubt it was him. And obviously, little 2-year-old idiot baby K Faraday obviously didn't kill him. So I guess that's it, right? I guess we just know who did the crime unless they introduce another character halfway through the case.
Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson.
Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume.
However,
Yes, it would be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to?
it's I feel like I know who this is. Emergency, sirs! Oh, whoops. Oh no, it's Gumshoe! I thought it was gonna be what's-his-face. I thought it was gonna be Michael Meekins again.
It's an emergency, sirs!
Silence!
There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once! Please, wait, you have to listen to me. There's an emergency meeting. Bum, 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 bum. Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday, and the defendant. The two of them,
they're both dead. Oh, hello. What? That's a plot twist. Oh my god, it's definitely you. It's definitely you. What was your name? It's this person. You're right there. You're the only character. It's 100% you. They the main. This baby. Girl with a balloon during the recess, she asked me to change some coins for her. That's gonna come back. Yatagarasu. I feel like we're gonna have to prove that he's the Yatagarasu in order to prove somebody innocent. I guess we don't really have a defendant. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Oh my god, who is this man? Is this another detective? Is this another cop? Who are you?
stay back. No one's allowed on the crime scene, period.
Just who does this oddball think he is? Why is he made entirely of bullet holes? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Also, I didn't notice this before, but she has like scales of justice as her earrings. Isn't she Mr. Bell's defense attorney?
Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal!
Also, they have Japanese vending machines in the United States of America.
And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse.
Okay, but first, what if we start from the other side of the hallway?
A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this,
they would get amnesia for the first case of the game.
I suppose the victim would lose a memory or two.
That's a callback to the first case of Ace Attorney 2.
But it's not as though I'd ever be so foolish as to be struck by one of these. Only a complete idiot.
Whoops.
Whose name rhymes with Schminik Schmite. A poster of the judge. There's a longer slogan of some sort on it in tiny letters at the bottom. Every strike of my gavel brings the truth closer to me, and my hair farther away. Is that a promotional poster for the court or a hair growth product?
Young Judges for Justice? Door.
First, I need to get a handle on the situation. Perhaps I should talk to some people. Defendant lobby number 1. Defendant lobby number 1 is through here. The incident took place in lobby 2 next door. I shouldn't allow myself to be sidetracked like this. I'd better get a move on. A drink vending machine. They have canned coffee because this is Japan.
What drinks do we have? Is that Coke? Is that like Coke and Dr. Pepper? One of those is green tea. I think one of the, like, two of these are like canned coffee like they would have in Japan. One of them is like orange juice and one of them is an energy drink.
Ack! Now is not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want, though I would quite like a vanilla latte. Interesting. They're selling special court-themed food products here. Many of them are sort of troublesome and sus. Objection, I suppose.
Hello, sir. Who are you? Who's this freak?
And you are? Who, me? Hey, pal.
Gumshoe is bad.
It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs.
Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor.
Prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal.
I've told you my name. Now, would you mind telling me yours?
You turn into an egg. Turns into an egg. I don't have a sound effect for turning into an egg, so we have this. That one egg was 40 eggs?
Detective Dick Gumshoe. Just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. It's in my name. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first.
This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene.
Show you my badge.
Tisku, tisku, tisku. You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you not?
You got it. I'm a brand spanking new detective.
So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so desire to see one, I just might be able to make your day.
Don't have to go through all the trouble, pal, because a real man has a police badge. It's way cooler than an attorney's badge. Someday, I'm gonna be an ace detective like
Detective Bad? Do I have his full name? Detective Bad? Okay, he can't be the murderer. There's no way they would have it so on the nose as to make a guy named Detective Bad the murderer.
Did I say something wrong, pal?
Forget it, detective.
Tell me about the crime scene.
So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident?
You know I don't have to tell you anything, right?
I know that, but it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know.
Seen part of this case, not fully.
Interesting. Interesting.
Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was gotten the door to defendant lobby number 2.
Oh my god, are we gonna have to defend Gumshoe again?
So you were on guard detail? Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty?
Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, then I kind of froze.
You were a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range.
Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went to lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there, dead.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it. I only remember 2 things. My brain cells aren't big enough to remember 3.
3? What is 3? Is that a number greater than 2? One day I will ponder the meaning of this word.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of the struggle.
Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion.
Interesting. I wonder if he was like killed beforehand and they set it off. They set off like an actual party popper. Because they did that in an... Why are there ants here? They did that in another case previously.
This sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use. And it looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. Yuck! My eyes have locked with my reflection's eyes in the barred window! As a student of On Karma, I refuse to back down.
He's like a beta fish. He's like a beta fish where he sees the reflection and he thinks it's another Edgeworth.
There's another man out there. He looks like a strapping, handsome boy. I won.
God damn it. Hate you. You?
Do you have a minute?
You know, well, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. Her lips are huge. Oh my god.
I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court.
Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So, Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh?
I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. Do not take me for some naive novice.
Is this her bit? Is this her bit? Is this her character trait? That was close. Giveaway.
Stop right there! These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts!
Thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay?
I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort!
Just kidding, I was goofy around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto. You? Wait, what was their name? CCU? So we, okay, so there's, I feel like she's obviously the murderer, right? Also, her theme is banging. Okay, so we have Callisto U and CCU. I don't know what the reference is. I don't know what the reference is. If they're Callisto, so we have Callisto U, we have CCU. I don't know what the pun is. We have Bjorn Faraday. I also don't know what the pun is. And then we have They the Man and Mackerel and the Judge. Also, we have Detective Bad. I swear, if his name is like Detective Bad Guy. My name is Callisto U, and if you were telling the truth, then we were about to go head-to-head in court.
Ah, but of course, I have heard much about you, Miss Yu.
Of course.
Did I say something funny?
I love how instantly she goes back and forth between bursting out laughing and just voguing. Here, look at my badge.
It is a shame that we will not be able to face each other. It was to be my first trial too.
Ah. So this is before his first trial, which we do actually get to see his first trial later in a flashback case in Ace Attorney 3. So this was supposed to be his first trial, and then it was canceled. Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree. What a nice squeaky clean badge you've got yourself there. I'm jealous.
I'm sure its gleam will dull over time with experience.
Reputation will also tarnish over time.
That's not what I meant!
Well, you just can't avoid some things in life.
I'll never allow my badge or my reputation to become tarnished. Me when I foreshadow the future.
Okay, that was just that. Oh, actually, wait. This.
Miss Yu, what do you think about this?
Actually, Edgeworth, I'm interested in finding out what you think about it.
I don't really know all that much about it, but I noticed that your name is in here.
Your last name, at least. Then I don't really know all that much about it either.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Yes, I can't be of any service.
I shouldn't push her too much. She'll just start laughing again.
Crime scheme.
I'd like you to update me on the situation.
I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there?
If that's the case, then why are you here? What's so funny?
It's just so tactless. The person I was going against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened.
That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's it. Okay. You! Not you, but you.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide.
Oh my god. Listen to this theme song. The music in this game is so good. He's so bad. Ooh. Ooh, listen to that go.
The name's Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide.
I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So, how did you arrive and inspect the body before me?
Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple.
Mr. Faraday requested that you be here?
Hell yeah.
Does showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor?
Of course not. I was simply proving my title of prosecutor to you.
I see. But most prosecutors don't go around flaunting those things. It's like a detective walking around with his badge flashing in the sunlight. Show that off too much, and before you know it, you'll be elbow deep in angry criminals.
That would definitely be a problem.
He's so cool. He's so bad.
I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid.
Kid? I'll have you know I'm 17 years old. I'm Mr. Faraday's substitution in today's trial. Therefore, I insist you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know.
Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid?
Is he threatening me?
Also, wait, he has a cigarette. In my rated T for teen Ace Attorney game, where they can't even show alcohol, so they have to say that wine is actually grape juice.
Oh! Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that?
Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand.
Oh my god. Look at how many frames of animation this guy has. He's so, like, weirdly detailed, but not to the point of it being uncanny. It's just so, it's so fitting for, like, a guy like this. I kind of like this guy. I definitely don't think he's the murderer. I definitely don't think it's him. It's gotta be you, right? It has to be you. We have all the characters now.
Tyrell Bad, eagle-eyed homicide debt, was called in to be an expert witness on the Yatagarasu case.
Listen to you, lawyer of embassy staff killing defendant, Rel. I was to battle her in court. Awesome.
The other man, a Mr. Macrell, was shot and killed.
His face gets so intense when he puts his hand back in his pocket.
He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand.
Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2?
Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe.
Hey, that's me.
He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room.
If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct?
Maybe.
Such impudence. This guy's really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court?
Homicides aren't my
Homicides,
homicides aren't my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments.
So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics, in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not.
Well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son.
Son? I'm not your son, Pops! Hey, it's me! I'm a random police officer. Miss you! There's someone here who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
A Kodopian embassy staff member by the name of Maniko-chan.
Wait.
A shadow over the Amano group.
So this guy's like the big bad. It feels like this guy's the big bad, and he probably murdered CCU. Why is he talking to Callisto? Interesting.
I have a gun. What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. I remember looking at evidence 2 seconds ago. Wasn't Manny coaching?
I'll be right there. Oh my god, look at this freak.
It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu.
Why are you here?
I have no desire to see you again. Now, actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief murder?
Fine, let's go. Oh, hello.
I'm here too! Bad. Von Karma, it's been a long time.
I knew you would show up. You usually do when Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir?
Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective.
It's not like I don't know that. Moving on, so Bad. The man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG-88? So I was right. Just what is that man doing, wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile!
Also, thinking about it, so this guy's related to the Amano group, and the Amano group is related to the smuggling ring. And the reason Edgeworth knows Mr. Amano is because Amano is connected to Manfred von Karma. That was like their thing, is he had a relationship with Manfred von Karma. That's why Edgeworth knows him. So it feels like there's some prior connection with von Karma and Manny Kochin. Like they're clashing. I don't think he's mad because he thinks the smuggling ring is evil. I don't think he cares that much. I don't think he cares that much about crime. I think he's mad because there's like some sort of internal struggle going on with the smuggling ring and Manfred von Karma and Manny Kochin.
I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes! Von Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing EDGEWORTH in charge of the investigation here.
Objection!
Oh my god, it's her! Oh my god, she's a little baby too! How old is she now? Because she's like 17, 18. I think she's introduced as 18. I think she's 18 when she's introduced. So she should be 19 or 20 in the modern day. So she's like 12? Wait, is she actually like 12 here? Oh my god. Little tiny 12-year-old baby Franziska von Karma? Oh my god. She doesn't have her big poofy shirt sleeves? Papa, how can you place him in charge?
Franziska, what are you doing here?
I'm here for summer vacation. What else? Because I'm a 12-year-old little baby child. Oh my god, she's so baby. She looks weirdly tall. Am I crazy? I guess I have to wait for her other sprite. She looks weirdly tall. I don't know if it's because the way they drew Kay Faraday made her look younger, but I feel like they drew Franziska weirdly tall. Or maybe it's because EDGEWORTH's shorter because he's younger.
Franziska von Karma. So she's here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and a student of his who's also a junior to me. Also, we're adopted siblings. That's part of our relationship.
You're the one who's a junior to me, and don't you forget it, even though you're 10 years older than me.
You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Part of her lore was like, she passed the bar exam at the age of like 12 or 13 or something. So this is around that time when she's technically almost the prosecutor, which is insane. Like, look at how baby she is. Huh. If you're able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never!
Why did she always have to be this competitive? You stupid dork.
Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. Oh my god, I just realized they gave her a riding crop. Because when she's an adult, she has a bullwhip. So this is, it's like the baby version of a whip that grows up to be a different whip. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
It's just like Franziska. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them.
But... yeah? These two will be conducting the investigation.
This dumb idiot baby and this slightly older dumb idiot baby. Everybody's a baby here. Also, Bat is giant. Oh my god. I just realized, even compared to Gumshoe, who's already pretty tall, Bat is humongous.
What? You want me to let both these kids on loose on the crime scene? Huh. This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad. And I will not tolerate complaining. EDGEWORTH, Franziska, I leave this case to the two of you.
I'm bowing because I'm Japanese.
I'm bowing because I'm German. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Oh no, I think he said that.
I'll take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the two of you. Do not disappoint me.
So evil. This evil man.
Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed.
Miles Edgeworth.
It's been quite some time, Franziska.
This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the von Karma name.
My name is Miles Edgeworth. I don't know why you're trying to compete with me over your own name. Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Long time no see.
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
She hasn't changed a bit.
What do you mean she's had a whip for longer than that? You mean she was like 6 and she was whipping you? Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the von Karma name.
For crying out loud, been reduced to a babysitter.
Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him, he never fails, except for when he murders someone. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad.
You're better off checking things out on your own.
Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be an arduous task.
Oh my god, they were having yaoi. Are those evidence bags? So he has a knife, and I guess he had the gun? Interesting. There's an open window. I wonder if someone could have shot through there. There's a TV. Maybe they could have played a gunshot sound over the TV. Ah, look at these two. They're having fun.
Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously?
Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about? I don't listen to you because you are a child.
I'll say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the von Karma name.
A competition?
The person that figures out the truth first wins. Last one says a rotten egg.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name?
Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth. Baka, 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 baka.
Fine. Whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy. Now stop bothering me.
Ha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it to you like the professional I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish.
Oh my god, he's so huge. Something, something.
You kids over there, hold it!
Kid?
Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
I said kids, kid.
How dare you call me a kid as well?
I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay?
You better not get in our way, Scruffy. Ah, it's cute because that's the nickname she gives him when she's older. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
Then you prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, all right?
Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child.
All right, time to get investigating. Can move on, prosecutor boy.
My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to...
No! Don't kill his salary!
What? What would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was?
That's up to you now, isn't it?
Not again.
Really? Sounds good, pal.
He's so naive. Begin investigation! Detective Bad, may I have a word with you?
What is it?
It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons.
Yeah, it does.
That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons?
He always looks so mad.
The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cadopian and Bussy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he would have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start.
Would it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if it's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence? Could he have brought it out and attacked He could have brought it out and attacked Mr. L with it.
Maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid.
Is he going to treat me like a child forever?
Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this.
Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name, and then I will use logic. Yeah, pal?
Oh, wait. I already showed him my badge. I want to show you my badge. Did I show you my badge? I think I showed everyone my badge. I haven't showed you my badge.
Ah, I see. Did you figure something out?
This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I would appreciate it if you didn't talk to me.
Sigh, as you wish.
No, I want to present you my badge. Plant.
This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room.
Does he have a plant in his room? I'm trying to remember. Flashback to the first case.
It looks like this sofa is ready to be disposed of.
It's so soft! I could sleep for all of 25 hours of the day on this thing.
If only I could dispose.
Oh no! He's so mean.
This man doesn't know the difference between 24 and 25. That's one number more than 3.
Hello, dead guys. They the man.
It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However,
using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha!
What was that outburst for?
My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see?
You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
That's technically his first one. That's technically his first one chronologically. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Why are there plastic bags scattered all around?
Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal.
I know that much, detective.
You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal?
Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men?
I feel like he didn't actually stab him. And then... Wait, okay, so this blood got inside the bag? Was it the knife that was inside of the bag? And it was put in when it was wet, and then he took it out? Or not necessarily he took it out, but it was taken out after it was already dry?
Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand.
There's some blood stuck on it.
Then he must have used it. Yep, no doubt about it.
Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot down some notes about it.
I believe Faraday brought this as evidence. Was found in Rel's hand. This seems like it was set up, obviously.
Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand.
So he shot Mr. Rell, then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun?
I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? Those things are difficult.
It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although, I doubt I'll ever need to use one.
Merry Christmas. That's a reference.
I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands.
Appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand.
Okay.
First, he killed a Codopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself.
This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two.
Well, he did admit to killing Mr. They the Man.
Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something.
Detective's intuition?
Yup. Do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all
We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation.
Tell me about this guy.
Mr. Faraday. How ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse.
Yeah, why did he have to be killed like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal!
Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes?
Yeah.
Then get back to work. Find out the cause of this murder.
Right, I'm on it, pal.
That's it?
Interesting.
Oops. I don't care.
Mind Palace!
Plastic bags. Got it. Awesome. Can I talk to you? Is there really... It seems like there's something I'm missing. Okay. I think I have to inspect the knife because I think it's about to say this is dried blood. I can't inspect the knife? Oh, that's so rude. I can't inspect anything. Oh no, I have to present something. Oh wait, we have this.
The window is open and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air.
Oh, the flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly.
Do you think maybe you should try offering something useful for a change?
Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through the window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor.
Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows?
Good evidence.
Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one can get through these windows, right?
They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse.
Very nice. Tell me about TVs.
Whoa! What is it, detective? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal.
Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one?
Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge.
Oh my god, he touched it.
And way too noisy.
It's almost like a sound of a gunshot could be played from this TV. Yours the noisy one, Squaffy.
Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on.
So you didn't touch the TV and it turned on.
TV has been left on.
Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. Gumshoe, you do know what'll happen if you touch something again. Right. I won't touch anything! I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. And you, get back to your investigation, all right?
I was planning to do so anyway.
Okay.
There's some
stuff in the bag, pal.
I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him.
This is the evidence? I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it, just like last time.
Do you just not pay attention to anything you do?
I can't. I want to look. Evidence list?
There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance.
Yeah, the table's on the
table!
Maybe. They were super quiet in the scuffle. After that, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know?
Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off.
Tea set! Wait, can I look at this thing again? So here is the thing. I was wondering. His hand is all... Oh, wait. I didn't notice it was black down there. I was thinking of the plastic bags. Because, like, it seemed like since the table was neat and the table was neat and tidy and the plastic bags were still stacked up on the table. And these plastic bags were down here. I wanted to check if they were on top of the plastic bags, and it seems like they are. Which means the plastic bags were put here first, and then they were put here. His hand's all black.
If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain.
But we're not going to talk about the plastic bags.
An ink stain?
Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen.
A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal?
Mr. L's cause of death was from being shot, correct?
That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down.
Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth.
Are you sure they were trying to hide something?
I can't confirm Mr. Wells' cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible.
What's this? We're not able to form a theory with them the way they are.
I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you?
I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it.
Labby.
Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir.
And there you have it.
Do you not approve?
Of course not.
What?
Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch anything. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Oh my god, they're dead. I mean, yeah.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
They certainly were shot and stabbed. Tell me about Penn.
There's something in his breast. It's a fountain pen. Interesting.
So he was signing something before this? We're getting a lot of Mind Palace evidence before we do anything.
Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear.
Really? I thought it was a drinking straw.
Nope, it's a pencil. That's what I use to draw on new ideas. Because Detective Bad is always telling me,
you shall always write your name on everything you own.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual.
Interesting. Gun! Digivixen, welcome! Oh my god. I love all these dumb babies. Also, she's here. She's like 4 or whatever. All these little babies, and this guy's fun. She's so, oh my god, I thought she was 14. She's 13. She's so tiny. Franziska von Kama. We have you, 22. He's 26. He's like 35 later, right? Hate this guy's face. Oh my god. They're all so young and little and baby. Ah! I love these guys. I'm so glad Franziska's back and she wasn't just here for one case before disappearing forever.
Mr. Faraday is holding a gun in his right hand.
That's the one Mr. Rel got blown away by, right? Lappy, your answer?
Yes, sir. We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun.
Oh, ballistic markings are,
Everybody say it together. Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun.
Are the figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired?
Me when I'm in an Ace Attorney game and I have to explain what ballistic markings are for the 7th game in a row.
Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from.
Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew all about that, pal. Maybe you'd be better off going back to the academy. Come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will ya?
So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what felled Mr. Rel.
Wait. I can't see it. God damn it. I'm pretty sure he has ink on his left hand. It's so funny that they're literally not showing his left hand in the shot. It's funny because they want you to remember. Oh wait, I think it's in my Mind Palace, actually. Ink stain on his left hand, yeah. It's funny that they don't show it in this shot so that when you're looking for the evidence of him holding the gun with his right hand, it's not like visually in the shot, so you have to remember it. It's kind of funny. So he's obviously left-handed, so this can't be him. There's nothing unusual about this area. Fell in love with Frenzy the moment she showed up. I think when I first met Franziska, I kind of hated her, cause she was just because the thing with Franziska is like Phoenix is kind of tertiary, right? He's kind of tertiary to her story and to her character arc. Because it's like it's about her rivalry. It's about her rivalry and relationship with Miles Edgeworth. So like, when you're in court as Phoenix, right, and you're fighting against Franziska, she's just so annoying because she's like bad at her job. She's bad at her job, and she's always bragging about never losing despite losing every time against Phoenix. And then like in case 3 in game 1, that's like Edgeworth's turning point where he realizes, oh my god, that person is actually the bad guy and the defendant is actually good, and he like helps you, and that was really cool and fun. And then in game 2, when Franziska shows up and we get to case 3 and she's like, oh, I can't believe I helped the murderer. I can't believe I helped catch the murderer. I just wanted to win against Mr. Phoenix Wright. I should have cheated and broken the law and whatever. And it's just like when you're playing as Phoenix and she's in court, she's just really annoying. But then by the time you get to the end of the game, I really loved her scene at the end of the game. And then I love Franziska going forward. So I'm so glad she's in this game and we get to see her interact with Edgeworth, because I think that's what's so good about her character. And we get to see little baby 12, 13-year-old tiny tiny little baby Franziska, and she's so cute.
It looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rell is holding.
Youch! I touched it.
Also the pen. Yeah, that was the first thing I examined.
What's wrong, detective?
My stomach started to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed.
Just keep your mind on the case. Why are you thinking about food?
I don't get paid enough.
Well, maybe you won't get paid enough in the future.
Okay,
Mine Palace.
yeah, there it is.
Eureka! That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be ink from his fountain pen.
Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Oh, let's ask Mr. Faraday.
Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen.
Yeah, good work. Salute. I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life.
If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed.
Talk Franzi out of court of unpresented evidence. Yeah, I think it's just been a long time since I met her because yeah, I think it's just been a long time since I played the game for the first time. And you know, when I played for the first time, I wasn't as obsessed with the series as I am now. So like I think I just didn't really want to interact with her much because she was just really annoying. And then like she's great when you go back in future playthroughs because I love one of my favorite characters in the future games. One of my favorite characters, and I'm so sad because I'm pretty sure she'll never show up again. Just because it's like, ugh. I love Princess Rayfa as a Tsun Tsun character. I think she's a great she plays off of Phoenix really well, and I think she's a great quirky weird girl assistant. And I'm so sad because I know because she's from a fictional country and like the entire game is about the story happening in that fictional country specifically. I'm afraid she's never ever going to show up again, which is also like that's also the thing with Franziska. After I started liking Franziska, I realized that she never shows up again, except in these games. So it's great that I get to play them. But like she never shows up again in the future. Same with Gumshoe, but like the thing about Franziska is I never played these games, so I never got like closure on her character arc and story. So like Franziska never shows up again. And then other characters, it just sucks. It just sucks. Shoot Takumi, get back on these games. Bring back my characters that I like with good stories and writing. And don't change Apollo's backstory 50 times.
Okay, if you say so, pal.
Wait, what did that change about the... It just gave me the pen as evidence. Yeah, Rayfa's like good blend of Franziska and young Maya. I like that. So like when Franziska's your assistant in game 3, when she's like, I forget, she's never Edgeworth's assistant, right? That's just Gumshoe. When she acts as your assistant for Phoenix in game 3, it's kind of funny. Like I like that she keeps her personality, all her women are the best, we love women personality, and also I'm very angry and tsundere personality. But also it's kind of weird because she's like pretty smart. Like in overall, when you compare her to most other characters, she's pretty smart. But when she becomes the assistant, she gets like really dumb. it's one of those weird things where like because you're playing as the main character and like the quirky weird girl assistant always has to be a little bit dumb. They like dumb her down a little bit, and that's kind of weird. But I like that Rafa's already kind of dumb. Like she's just arrogant, but she's not like supposed to be as smart as a character like Franziska. So that's one of the reasons I think I like Rafa a little bit more than Franziska as the assistant. But I've really been enjoying Franziska in these games, in this game, because she's really competitive, and she's not evil. She's not like a bad guy. Like even in this one where she's younger, she really does have that younger sister energy that I really like for her.
That's the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all.
Well, I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine.
Wouldn't write them off just yet. Hinted that Franziska. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Maybe. Because they did, I guess they did bring back Emma after disappearing for a game. But like, I don't know. It's just that we haven't had a game in so long. Oh my god. Capcom, where's Ace Attorney 7? At least I have these games to tide me over with all the characters I love.
That wasn't exactly a compliment, detective.
Is that all? Whoop.
Ah, don't stab me in the face with that, detective. Sorry, I just thought you wanted to take a closer look.
This looks like a quality nib.
Hey, let me test it out, pal.
Ah, stop stabbing me in the face, detective.
Ah, oh, I got ink all over my hand.
Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with the evidence like that again.
Boop-a-doo-doo. I feel like that's it. Oh, hello. What are my buttons? I forget what all my buttons are. Whoop. Really still can't do these.
Begin investigation.
Is there nothing else to find here? Oh, did I not examine these?
There's a knife wound in his chest. A knife wound, but a knife wound.
There's a knife wound in his chest here, see?
I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding.
Labby.
Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir.
Make it quick.
From the looks of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday.
The blood on the knife does look really dry.
A knife wound. Aha! Detective! I have concluded from my investigation that the knife is currently pregnant.
No way! How'd you figure that out, pal?
With logic.
It takes some guts to fire a gun in the courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round yet.
There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean...
Wait, burn marks?
Oh my god, not again. A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo...
That's his first ergo. That's his first chronological ergo.
Mr. Rell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away.
You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff at your age, pal.
Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let us now try...
Speaking of pregnant,
let us now try to...
Oh no, wait. Marsupials... What was like the thing about marsupials specifically? It's the... Oh. They're like... What was it? It was like... They can lay eggs or something, or they're the only mammal that doesn't give live birth or something. I forget. It was like something weird about that. Anyway, speaking of pregnant, speaking of wombs,
First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday. With a counter blow, he used the counter button. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case.
What a crazy way to go.
Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here.
I think that this is all planted.
Connection! There is a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. And yet, a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during the struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there?
Another reason?
I believe it's possible that the blood on the Oh, that's on the outs. Is that on the outside? On the outside of the bag is related somehow.
Eek, please get the blood away from me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag?
Hold on. Let me ask the lab guy.
All right, please hurry. Please slide back into frame.
Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either.
It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence.
Okay, if you say so. I leave it in your hands, pal.
So, that bag is just one of the bags from the pile.
Guess there's really not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other.
No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows there is another possibility.
No way, pal, really?
I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. I won't rest until I've inspected every look, nook, and cranny.
Yeah, okay, it is I think it is this. It's the burn marks that don't exist.
Eureka! There's a clear contradiction with the evidence here.
It looks like that was wrong, pal.
I was merely testing you.
Hey, pal, don't make me arrest you for lying.
I guess I was mistaken. I'm a little baby boy.
Okay, it's definitely the left-hand thing.
Eureka! Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo number 2, he is left-handed. And yet, don't point that at me, detective.
Sorry, pal. I just thought you wanted to use it as evidence.
Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene.
Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen?
The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died.
Someone else?
Plastic bags scattered on the floor, and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. Shadowy figure. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete.
You didn't have to say that. I already know the investigation was complete.
Here's the autopsy report.
It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot.
However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about the case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course! The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back, and they ended up killing each other. Huh. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you? That you don't want to believe it's true? It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is.
Don't worry, I will. Oh, what time is it?
Okay, so here's the thing. That's actually, I don't know, is that a perfect place to leave off? I guess it's like the only place to leave off, right? Because like we're just about to begin a thing, and that's probably gonna take another 30 minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. Oh boy, my mouth is for some reason my mouth has been really dry this week. My nose has been duffy. I have a duffy nose. My nose has been stuffing up. Ooh, boy. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a cold. Hopefully I get to stream tomorrow and Saturday. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be the end of Undertale Yellow Genocide route. And then the day after tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be the end. There's a lot of endings. We're getting a lot of game finishings of Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which I'm really excited for. And then next week it's just going to be this. Because I don't want to start a new game just before my thing that I have planned for Christmas. But yeah, that's going to be everything for today. I will see you all tomorrow to finish Undertale Yellow Genocide. And as always, Oyasu Moriarty. Good night. Give me 1 second. I have to go back to the title screen. Bam, 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 bam. Boop, ba, dee, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 ba.